yourself. How dare you? You're just a puppet. Nothing more.
Oh, it actually connected. Oh, right as I heal. He Control Z to that heal.
Doesn't give up. Who knows?
Risk. Reward. 1, 2. Combo. Heavy. Oh no, back away, don't heavy, don't heavy! He farted! I don't know if I could sidestep that. I could have committed more to my attempt, I hesitated. Should have done one hit, not two. Heavy. Heal. Lunge, lunge. Lunge, and then we dodge. And then we boop. Should have done one hit. Story of my life. Parry. Risk. Oh no. Okay, fine, just do it. I was trying to... I hit the wrong button. Emergency repair kit. Yes. Yes. Oh no. Oh no. Plot armor.
Were you going to destroy Carlos' heart?
I was sitting there for a second. I was like, wait, what? Why did he jump in front of it? Woo! One punch! Oh, he pulled the other dude's heart out and crushed it. That is such a Killua move. He didn't just punch through his chest, he ripped his heart out. That's extra impressive because he didn't have the punching arm equipped. He had the grappling hook arm equipped. This is all a prequel to Steel Rising, chat.
No. You're just a useless puppet.
I got the balls down. I got the balls down. Sorry, Geppetto, what? Oh, that is the end. I thought there'd be another cinematic. Hey! We did it! Yeah, first try. For anyone who just tuned in, first try. Doing good deeds.
I have a final report on the Krot experiment.
You certainly took your time, Paracelsus. Your findings?
Wait, is that the dude that made the cure?
A new brother. A new type of humanity, so to speak.
There are many forms of eternal life.
It's intriguing and worth further observation.
Noted. And we'll have to get his arm back anyway.
I'm counting on it. Expect another report at the next meeting. Paracelsus returning. Ah, and when I return, I will find her. For sure. Another key of ours. Dorothy.
Dorothy? I think Wizard of Oz is the next story? Ruby Slippers. It is Wizard of Oz. Yeah, okay. And then the heel clicks. It's not any more in your face than that. Warning, if you start the next playthrough, you won't be able to continue the current playthrough. Do you wish to proceed? All items below will not be inherited. All collectibles except records, Krot supply boxes, and Venigni collections. Cancel for now. My understanding is that like you can go to New Game Plus at any time at the Stargazer. I'm gonna check on a sec. Alright, so yeah, we're back here. Oh, someone told me to go back to the spot where the guy was selling the boss weapons. Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, did I scare you? It's me, Hugo. This whole thing has inspired
Oh my god.
I'm going to try to be the Alidoro of a new generation. I will also keep looking for the relic's true owner. Check in with me anytime.
So, so Hugo literally found the dead Alidoro that I killed and took his clothes and his hat and was like, I'm gonna be this guy now. And then they just put his model here and then just put Hugo's voice on it.
A great weapon calls for a great... Sorry.
He's mocking
Announcements aren't my thing. As always, prove that you're worthy.
I was just assuming I couldn't buy boss weapons anymore until, like, New Game Plus mode. Okay, hold on. Since the last time I had a merchant here. Sad Zealots Ergo? What the heck weapon is that? That's a sword? That is a sword. That is a sword. Wandering Moon and Storm Notice. Big Bonk Bonk. Fallen Ones Ergo. Wait, what? Okay, Sad Zealot. That was the Lightning Lady, right? Who was the club from? Simon. Oh, that was from Simon. Okay. 69% damage reduction. Nice. And Proof of Humanity is the last thing that we just killed. So you have to be the bad boy ending in order to get this. Hold on a sec. Twitch is about to ban Killian because he typed in the word scissor sword, so I have to hit it's okay, don't do that. Okay, there we go. Leveled motivity and technique to 40 and been using scissor sword ever since. Amazing weapon with built-in crit rate. Link slash grind. Whoa, the scissor sword can grind. Increase critical hit chance temporarily. Giant scissor blade used by the nameless puppet. Double-edged sword that can end one's freedom are granted by cutting the strings of manipulation. Puppets are tied to strings. Humans have cut their own strings. The boy made a choice and became human. Okay, we got that. Upon a successful guard, weapon durability is not consumed. Wow, if I had a 5th amulet slot, this would be wild. Because I guard a lot, and then have to repair my weapon periodically. Impregnable Fortress Amulet. Awakened God Amulet. Increases Fable Art's damage inflicted on staggered enemy. Piercing Hatred. Immunity to all attribute status ailments. Like, poison and all that stuff? So it's like anytime you go into the poison swamp levels, you could just equip this? That's kind of neat. Alright, for the sake of just fun, let's just buy all the boss weapons that I just unlocked and go try them out on the dummy and just see what they do. Don't know if I'm gonna do a New Game Plus run on this, so let's just check this out right now. Let's see, first up, what's new? That's a sword, chat. That is a sword. Alright, first up. So that's the speed of it. Strong attack. Okay. Fable Art. It's like a chainsaw? It looked like he stabbed with it and then it spun. Interesting. It does spin! Yeah, it's doing many hits now. Alright, so when you do the guard Fable Art, you rev it, and then any attack will do mini attacks. Interesting. It's primarily a technique weapon. Alright. Noblesse oblige. Ergo release, downward blow, consume a set amount of ergo to do big damage. Consume ergo. It uses your money to attack. It hits them with your money. Alright, 1. That is how quick a 1-2 is. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm out of stamina. Alright, heavy attack. Alright. Come on and slam and welcome to Japan. Fable. It's time for tentacles. Look in the top left, look in the top right corner of the screen. Even here in the testing room, it's taking away 1,500 ergo to test that move. Alright, no more of that. Alright. The scissor blade. Alright, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. It makes a very satisfying noise when it hits. No, okay, so look, the first hit did 100, but then it jumped to 420. It's like 1 hit, mini hits. It sounds like it's doing multiple. Okay, strong attack. Oh, did you see that? He split it into the 2 separate swords and then put it back together. Alright, Fable. And Guard Fable. What did that do? A buff of some sort? Increases critical chance temporarily. Very interesting weapon. Reminds me of, Was it Varian in the Warcraft series that had a sword that would split into two? I think it was him. That was the first time that I saw that in a game. Can you chain the first Fable? Yes. Yes, you can. So, Fable 1, 2, 3. That's what it does if you have 3 charges and use them all at once. That's pretty neat. B scaling with motivity or technique. Works decently with either. Decently. Like if we can, now it has no upgrades right now. My wrench does 295 plus 95. This does 101 plus 65, but it has no upgrades. 64% when blocking, 73. It's not very slow. The durability, it's almost broken. Just from these tests I've done, it's under half. Oh goodness. So it's a bit fragile. I mean, it is a pair of scissors, I guess. It is a bit fragile. Muck want all endings fit? That would be lovely, Banana. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's see, if Banana has that, I'll watch the other endings that we did not see. Let's do that. Okay. Let's see. Give me just a second. I am going to go here and mute this. And we're gonna go here, let's see. Lies of P, all endings. Good, best ending, and evil ending. Okay. I'm gonna skip to what we've seen. What happens if durability drops to 0? So first of all, if your durability goes to the red, when you do an attack, you like stun yourself after one attack. Like you go ping, same as if you hit a wall. You will do damage, but you can't follow it up at all. I've never let it hit 0. I would assume that you can't use the weapon until you repair it or something.
I don't like that.
What kind of a fool do you take me for?
Why, is there more than one kind?
All you have been give me.
Yes. You.
All right, so for those who tuned in late, we refused to give up our heart. And then he controlled the corpse of his dead son and made it attack us, and that became our final bonus boss. So this is what happens if you say, yes, you can have my heart.
Boy, till the very end. I believe in you.
Looks like he could only pick. No, I skipped ahead, Arcadian.
Puppet I ever made. We can be happy now. Thanks to you. Thank you. You are such a good boy.
You couldn't be more gentle than that? It looked like he just like punched through his chest. Very tricky camera work there, so they didn't actually have to render the main character with a hole in his chest. They changed the camera angle so they never had to actually show that. And you see a hand pop out of the box. Do you remember the cutscene before the King of Puppets? Yes, I do. And maybe I got the wrong interpretation from that, but at the time, I thought that meant that the puppet that was inside the Puppet King was like a prototype for us, and that Geppetto had done this before. That's what I gleaned from that. So is that supposed to be...
This finally feels like family. Thank you for returning, Carlo.
Is this truly the future you wanted?
So, why does Carlo have a robot arm, though? I thought that was Pinocchio.
Finally.
Is this truly the future you wanted?
Okay. He called this the "they all lived happily ever after" ending.
Just need the final ingredient. The one that holds your memories and your life.
So I think this was our ending.
I believe. I believed you were a good boy. Well,
It's funny, for me, I think Refused
I
is on the left.
suppose
For him, I was on the
Carlo
right.
heard it. I did.
Did anybody else think of the puppet strings as like the chakra strings from Naruto? I'm not making fun of Naruto fans. I enjoyed it, but there was these ninjas in there that were like puppet ninjas, and they would have like blue strings from their fingertips that would go to like these wooden puppets, like this guy, and they would like run around and they would like, you know, shoot knives out of their mouth, or like have a chest full of bees, like all the kinds of crazy stuff. I saw this and I was like, oh, this is like chakra strings. Moving to Pennsylvania at the end of the month, kind of terrified, but thanks for your great distraction. I'll cover it later. Bro Diggity, I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for the support. Alright, so he just showed the cinematics of the fight. Alright, so wait, what is this? What is this called? This is called Rise of P. Rise of P? This is labeled the evil ending.
Were you going to destroy Carlo's heart?
Dude, don't you have the string? Oh, that's right, he cut the strings. I was like, couldn't you have just pulled the string down? He already had a heart. He didn't need mine. A tear.
I'm sorry.
So is this like if you had become as human as possible, but then you refused to give up your heart? I'm guessing. Yes, okay. Oh, I didn't mean to skip there, going back. This is right outside Simon's place. On top of the tower. Blue butterfly. What would have happened if we had let the blue lady live in agony? Like my options were basically like let her live in torment or give her a mercy killing. I gave her the mercy kill. Does anything different happen if you let her live in pain? Oh, it's a puppet. It's a blue-haired puppet. Wait, did he just... Hold on. Did he just give her his ergo and die? He made Ranny. Elden Ring prequel. He made his own waifu, chat. What a guy.
It's so good to see you.
I have a final report on the Krat experiment.
You certainly took your time, Paracelsus.
Observation.
Yeah, we saw that. Oh, there was a letter on the desk? Thank you for giving me new life. The fact that an ergo puppet can have a second life and become another kind of human requires more time for people to find out about it. Until then, I won't return to the hotel, but plan to stay at this place. I mean, did he not die to give her life? How is she writing him a letter? The Krat disaster is stopped. Still, there is the aftermath of the petrification disease and the puppets. Please heal wounds for the people. You're the reason we have our freedom. Thank you so much. I'm grateful you freed me from my puppet strings. You do recognize that voice, don't you, Muck, the alchemist one? I mean, I know it's the guy that had the petrification disease that wanted the gold coins from the tree.
When I return, I will find her. For sure.
You don't die, you just gave her ergo back. Oh, because he like moved the ergo and then he just like flopped over. I thought he had like given her like all of his life force or something and then he was just like dead. If he was just passing out or something, that's great. Just resting. Okay. All right. Well, that was Lies of P. I told you guys I would one-shot that boss. I didn't say anything about the boss after that boss, but I told you guys I would one-shot that boss. I wonder if there's anything upstairs since... So... The blue lady... again, though, the blue lady, I don't know... She dies instantly after trying to save her. Okay, so she dies either way. So there's nothing here for me. So I needed more humanity. No letter for Urina, yeah. Activate Pargan. I didn't get any quartz from killing 2 bosses? Ridiculous. Alright, well... Review time, chat. Lies of P. Lies of P. I think before I should say this, for journalistic integrity, I should say... Look at the nose, by the way. For journalistic integrity, I should say how many Souls-like games I've played in the past. I have played Dark Souls 3, I've played Elden Ring, I've played Steel Rising, I've played a bit of Sekiro, and I have played the 2 Star Wars Jedi games. Hold on. This, by the way, hold up, pause. This has said you can't use this right now the whole game. Is this supposed to do something? I've never seen this do anything. Like, I know it's a weapon. It's a weapon. Do you have to, like, if you lie enough, it will completely grow or something? Lie enough, it grows to a point you can pick it. Got it, okay. Alright, so I've played all those games. I would say that this is among the most challenging of the ones I've played. Like, Dark Souls 3 had some very difficult bosses. I immediately remembered my time struggling with the Nameless King. Elden Ring had some very challenging bosses. Steel Rising really didn't. The 2 Jedi games were mostly okay with a few challenging ones. This one was among the most difficult I've played. There was, when is Sekiro? Sekiro is in like a whole nother category, so I'm not gonna talk about that one. But there was like 2 bosses in this game that took like 4 hours. Yeah, in the Jedi game there was the frog boss, which took me like 2 hours to kill or something. But the frog boss was tougher than Vader, chat. Literally, the frog was an optional boss, and it was stronger than every single boss that was part of the actual storyline. Even Vader was weaker than frogs. But the optional frog boss was the strongest thing in the game, and it took me less time to kill that than it did 2 or 3 bosses in this title. Anyway, that's just talking about challenge. The world here, the story, the lore was awesome. The steampunk vibe, the weapons, the animations of everything, the story that was going on, the dark telling of a, you know, Pinocchio, which most people know the story of, was really, really cool. You know, Dark Souls, you talk to somebody and he's like, you know, you see the Dodgers this weekend? Bollocks. I bet £3 in a hamster. Is there a blue moon tonight? We'll die. Like, they just say random crap like that, and I have no idea what's going on, and I have to go watch like 5 hours of YouTube videos to find out that, you know, that this dude is just like a redneck or something. I don't know what's going on. So this was really cool playing a Souls game where I actually could kind of follow the story, and it was awesome. So the story was great, art was great, music was great. Gameplay. I have one major complaint about the gameplay, you know, after the whole thing, and that is the controls. Right here, key settings. Dash and dodge. Those should be separate buttons. You should be, it's great that they allow you to bind things. What the heck is this? Those should be separate keys. That is infuriating that I could not separate them. There are so many times I tried to do one and it would do the other and I would get punished for it. So, not a fan of that. The second thing was this right here. Like, you hit T, R, and then you hit R to use that, or T, R to use that, or T, R to use that, or G, R to use that, G, R to use that, or G, R to use that. R is always use. There is no dedicated button for healing. So in a fight, if I accidentally had that selected and I try to hit emergency heal, that happened once tonight, he starts doing the grinder and then dies. Because I have like 80 unused keys on the keyboard. You could let me bind these separately. This is effectively I call this the item wheel, where you've got one button that's like next item, next item, next item, and another button that is use item. That's the item wheel, which is a thing from console gaming because they have less buttons, and for some reason they put it on PC as well. The item wheel, I've seen it in Monster Hunter World, I've seen it in Horizon Zero Dawn, I've seen it in like every Souls-like game I've ever played, and it sucks. It sucks. Now, I got used to it in this game. It wasn't as bad, because Elden Ring had 4 item wheels. There was right hand, left hand, spell, and potion, or something like that. There were 4 wheels, and so it was even more of a pain. Aside from that, with the exception of this and the dash dodge thing, the controls for the game were quite good. Everything else I could rebind. Like, I changed my block parry to right click because I used that way more often than heavy attack, and I put heavy attack on like mouse 4. And that worked well for me. I got I started making progress much faster when I put parry on right click because I could hit it faster. So that worked wonderfully for me. So again, except the 2 things I mentioned having a beef with, the game controls were good outside of that. They were responsive. They kind of had to be. Some of the parry ones were like really tight. And there were moments when I would be like really frustrated and be like, this is BS. But honestly, like after calming down and going back into this stuff, it's the same as every Souls game. Like, once you memorize the attack patterns and the exact second to parry, it's fair. It is mostly fair. There's a few weird things, like if I'm standing right here and I swing at an enemy, my weapon will clip that pillar and it will bounce off of it, but the enemy's weapons never clip off the walls. So you could be in a tight corridor and something clipping through the wall can hit you. It rarely would happen, but it would happen. So that was a thing. Self-narrating helped a lot. Oh, I've got my own quirks, don't I? Oh, you know what? Another little bit of little thing I would like. You can't respec in the game until you are 80% of the way through the game. I think that's unfortunate. Because if someone, like at low level, they put points in something, and then a little bit later they start to understand the game better and go, oh man, I wish I hadn't put every single point so far in Vigor. I wish I had spread those out a bit, or something like that. They can't change that. You know, they could go like grind for XP or ergo or whatever, but it's awful. I really wish that the respecking system was earlier in the game. It would hurt nothing, and it would make people enjoy it more. Like, I would say like 50% of the game, I was wanting to change to an advanced build. Finally got to try it, loved it for an act or two, like a chapter or two, and then I had another idea, which was the tank build, which is what I stayed on till the end of the game. But I was really just trying to trudge through this mire that I didn't want to be in, just to get to the point where I could play the thing I wanted to play for a long time, which is a gross feeling. So, wish that that had not been a thing. Where's the respec thing? It is... Where is it? Right here, Saintess of Mercy statue. So it's at the end of Chapter 7. You have to beat Chapter 7 to get there. Yeah, so it's like right there. It's at the end of 7. But, yeah, once you get there, you can respec. When you unlock the gold coin tree. Yeah. Because you use the gold coins to respec. Oh, also, okay, this was a very minor thing, because I only respec 2 times, I think. The gold coin tree is a freaking mobile gaming system. Like, you go to the tree, and it's like, yo, okay, collect coins, and then it says that a new coin will spawn in 10 minutes. So after 80 minutes, the tree's full, and you have to collect from it again. That's the Clash of Clans gold and elixir collectors. I really feel like that has no place in this game at all. Like, it doesn't make a huge deal, because for the first few respecs, it's really cheap, but I really feel like that has no place in this game at all. That was just weird that that's there at all. In New Game Plus, the statue is available from the start, but yeah, and that's in New Game Plus. You've already cleared the whole game at that point. It's actually when you get the tree, didn't play the game myself, gotcha. Okay, I think that's about everything. I loved how the customization of weapons. That's the reason I got bored with Sekiro. In Dark Souls, I did a pyromancy run, a luck-based run, and a sorcery run. You know, and you could also do strength, one-handers, two-handers, dexterity weapons. There was so many options. I loved that. Sekiro is, you are dude with sword. That is it. No other options. Like, that's it. In this, you could choose this whole thing where you could choose the handle of one weapon and the head of another weapon and combine them to weird effects. Like, was awesome. In fact, it actually made the boss weapons feel boring to me because you can't change the boss weapons. You can't take them apart. But the others, there was just so much you can do with them. Look, this is a flippin' signpost. So I loved this because there was a handle, there was the handle crank, there was the head of a weapon or the blade of a weapon. You could upgrade that up to +10, and then you could put a grinder on it and sharpen it with different enchants. There was a lot of stuff you could do here, and it was fantastic. Sekiro has prosthetic tools. Right, and what you have to do is you have to beat up enemies until Christian crosses come out of them, and then collect those to be able to power the prosthetic tool to fire it one more time. They run out of ammo so fast, you cannot do a throwing star run, or a flamethrower run. You will run out of juice on the second mob, and you have to sword your way through the rest. That was part of the reason I got bored of it so quickly. Anyway, yeah. I do love this game. I would recommend this game to anyone who enjoys Souls-like games already and does not punch through drywall. You know who you are, Kyle. If you've never played a Souls-like, I do not recommend this game to you. If you're interested in trying a Souls-like for the first time, I would recommend Steel Rising. It is also, it just happens to be a steampunk puppet world, but it's a bit easier than this. And still, it would be challenging for someone who's never played a Souls-like, but I would do that and then maybe come to this after, because this is like what's the phrase? Drinking water from a fire hose. Like, you're gonna get to the first boss if you've never played a Souls-like in this, and you are just going to get rocked. So that's my thoughts on Lies of P. I enjoyed it overall. I hope you guys did too.